Okay, today topic will be ETL logic execution automation. So we will be try to automate the ETL process in an SQL server by using the help of SQL Server agent. So the topic would be consist of preliminary SQL Server agent services, or we call as SSAS, SSAS, and then creating a job, and then running the job with or by using the SQL Server agent. So the ETL logic is a set of operations that have a flow of data movement, also transformation from data source to destination, or we call as data warehouse. For example, retrieving data from the student table in CACAT database, or let's say modifying a record like we already did previously, like removing spaces from a phone number or creating new information within the existing record and so on. Or sometimes we need to delete unused record or junk record or anomaly record. And sometimes we also inserting the data into the data warehouse, or inserting the data to create new record and then modify and then joining the table to be used into the data warehouse table. So let's say we will do this activity. So from the example above, we need several steps. The first step would be the extracting process, and then the second step and the third step would be transformation process, and the fourth step would be called as loading process. So firstly, we will retrieve the data from mahasiswa or student table, and then modifying or transforming, removing spaces from a phone number, and then removing dropout table, dropout students, and then after that, inserting the data into the dimension table inside the data warehouse. So using to do this kind of things, we need data warehouse solution, which is the most important part or component for ETL. If we are using the solution for Microsoft, then the ETL process or the ETL concept will be run under SSIS package. And then to ensure the SSIS package can run according to the ETL process, it will be required SSIS engine. This is to call or to execute the package. And then the SSIS engine will be run in SQL Server Integration Service. And then the second one will be calling as SQL Server Agent, where we are calling the ETL package based on the scheduled time to execute the package. Why do we use the SQL Server Agent? How to use it? So basically, it is SQL Server Agent services running like a Microsoft schedule. So you will be offered by task of what to say so okay. I will be repeating my explanation. So why do we use the SQL Server Agent Services? Basically, the SQL Server Agent Services running like the Microsoft Scheduler, where you can setting up or creating a scheduled process by adding a new specific time to run a specific application or to run a specific services. So in that case, the services will be running automatically based on your chosen time. So the SQL Server Agent Service will be storing information for one or more job step, and it will be running based on the schedule or automatically or manually or even manually, and also responding to certain things or according to the job request. So the SQL Server Agent will give you several conditions to handle several tasks or to handle a different situation. So let's say if there is an error during this one, then what to do? You may call another process to anticipate this one, or if this task is running well, then what to do, and etc. etc. So let's say if you want to back up all the company servers database every weekday after the business hour ended, then you can turn this task to automatic running, let's say at 10 p.m. on Monday to Friday. So if there is a problem, then SQL Server Agent can record the event and notify you the result. Simple. It should be simple. So the SQL Server Agent service will be consist of several administrative tasks. So you can have several administrative such as general tasks, step tasks, schedules, alert, notification, and target. So the component of SQL Server that is responsible for executing a scheduled job will be called as SQL Server Agent Service. It is also consists of services which will be running in the background. And to run the ETL package, of course, it will be required an SSES package to be able to run the SSES package based on the schedule. So to be able to run it automatically, firstly you need to the SSIS package that will be wrapped into a job, then put the package into step, and then the job must be given, and then the job you need to settle the specific time, specific day, or specific date to schedule the the process. So firstly, the SS package created with the assistance of, let's say you are using the export import wizard, if the logic is simple, or you can use the SSDT if the logic is complex. And then running the package automatically and periodically. Firstly, you need to insert the SSIS package into step. This will be based or this will be seen inside the SQL agent job, and then the job must be, you must setting up the schedule for the job, and then the SQL Server agent will be routinely checking the schedule. And if the SQL Server agent found the schedule at that time, within the same time, then the SQL Server agent, then it will be calling out the SSIS engine. Then the SSIS engine will execute that package for you. How to creating the job? Firstly, you have to run the SQL Server agent, and then you will find jobs, and then you create a new job, and then you need to give the name for the job and other information such as the owner of the job. Basically, it will be based on the user login and so on. And then after that, inside the job, you will be moved into the next pages. And then for the step name, you need to define the name for that step. And then if let's say you are going to run the SSIS package, then you need to load the package of the SSIS. Let's say in this example, you are already creating the package called the anything .dtsx. The DTSX will be the executed job. Then after that, you need to setting up the schedule when to run the package. Let's say the process ID need to be setting up the name of the scheduled task. You have to give the name for the scheduled task, and then the description of the scheduled task. Let's say the name of the task, and then this is the schedule type. It can be chosen like one time or periodic, repeatedly, weekly, and any given time. And then you can setting up the date. If you choose one time, then you will be offering only setting up one date, one single date, and one specific time. But if you choose periodically, then you can setting up the frequency of the job. Let's say weekly, monthly, yearly, or semesterly, and so on. It will be based on your needs. After setting up the job schedule, then you can try to run the job. Then if the job is running successfully, then it will be showing when the job was start and when the job executed, and then you can check the result from the data SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, do you have any question?